Okay, in this video we'll see how we can solve some of our polynomial problems. So without wasting much of our time, let's start solving the first example. And now if x plus 1 is a factor of x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8, find the other two factors. So we should find the roots of the equation x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8 is equal to 0. We should find the roots of that one. So solution of this one, in the divisor which is x plus 1, and in the polynomial to find the other two factors, we're going to use the long division method. So we have x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8 there, and our divisor will have x plus 1. So what we'll be doing here, this is the first part of our divisor, which is this one, whereas the second part of our divisor is the quotient. So we should start x into x cubed alwa x squared. Mind you, timakaika pa second term, not here. Timakaika pa second term of our polynomial. So the answer is x squared. X squared times x here, that's x cubed, and the x squared times positive 1, the answer is positive x squared. And then we have to subtract this. So if you subtract that one, here we are going to have 0, and here we have minus 5x squared, then minus plus x squared. The answer will be negative 6x, negative 6x squared. And then we are going to drop down this term here. This is a club. Equal to x. 2x. That's our 2x there. So shimiri bangeka juiri. Tizarenge so x semwe agalowe up. Pene wande that's and minus 6x. And then what you need to do, we are going to multiply our quotient here with this divisor. So minus 6x times x, that will be minus 6. That's minus 6x squared, minus 6x squared, and then minus 6 multiplied by positive 1, that will be minus 6x. So next thing, we're going to I think we're going to add. We should what? We should subtract, so that the first part is 0. You can minus 6 minus 6. There is a minus 6 plus 6, which if you add here, answer 0. Whereas here, that will be we have plus 2 minus 6. So that will be positive 8. See, here we have positive 8x, and then we're going to drop down this guy as a which is plus 8 there. So what we need to do, we're going to take the same x here, x away agalowe pa mini papa, it's and the plus 8, then plus 8 times that x, answer that was 8x. And then 8 or positive times positive x, positive 1, answer that was a positive 8. And if we subtract these, that will be here 0, and 8 minus 8, that will be 0 as well. So yeah, indeed, x plus 1 was the factor of the polynomial. So our quotient, we have x squared minus 6x, then plus 8. That's our quotient. So what we need to do here, we need to factorize this thing. Factorize. So when you factorizing, you tell them you got about positive 8 x squared, positive 8 x squared, positive 8 x squared, and we need to find factors of void which you can give us minus 6. So the factors of void, that's minus 2 and then minus 4. If you multiply negative and negative, that was a positive 2, and 4 is that was 8. And if you add these, answer you get negative 6. So instead of writing negative 6, we're going to replace with the factors. So here we're going to have x squared minus 2x minus 4x then plus 8. Ready? So we're going to group the terms. This is a group, so we're grouping these. Tikabanga group, divide common factor in each bracket. So the first bracket, common factor is x. X into x squared, that's x. Then minus x into 2x, that's a 2 here. Then minus sign here. And you will have a common factor in the second bracket, that's 4. And 4 into 4x, that's x. And 4 into 8, that's since it's negative. So negative 4 into positive 8, that's it's negative 2 here. So we can see that this bracket here is the same as that bracket. So we're going to pick on the bracket there. So it can be x minus 2, whereas the other bracket you get a factors which is following the x panjaya. So writing the factors, it can be x minus 4. Factorize. So according to the first question, we should find the other factors. We should find the other factors of the polynomial. So the other factors of the polynomial are these. That's x minus 2 and x minus 2 and x minus 4. These are the factors that polynomial. Dividing these is the remainder get 0. Mind you, if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if there's any question, also on WhatsApp. And you can also be a member of Unique Online Classes. Facebook, also on WhatsApp. On Facebook, just search Unique Online Classes, and on WhatsApp, just hire me on WhatsApp. That's 882 435 562. So let's now proceed. And now we find the roots of the equation. So to find the roots of the equation, we're going to use the first bracket, the first divisor, which was x plus 1. Here nothing factors, which is x minus 2. Here is x minus 4. We're going to wait this is equal to 0. So what we need to do, it means it's either x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 4 is equal to 0. So to find the roots, just a matter of making x a subject formula. So here will be x is equal to we are going to can be negative 1 or x is equal to we are going to can be positive 4, positive 2, that is, and we are going to can be x is equal to positive 4. So the roots of the polynomial, it's a negative 1, positive 2, and positive 4. So that one should be our answer. Let's now see another problem. Okay, on this one, we should solve 2m per 3 minus 5m squared minus 4m plus 3 is equal to 0. We should solve this one. So what we need to do, according to the question, we should find the value of m. So we consider our constant here. So solution, consider our constant by finding the factors of that 3. So factors of 3, manamba amiranga galwemu 3, including masign the positive or minus 1 and positive or minus 3. So in these factors, tilowetse mu our polynomial. So we are going to choose chimodzi. So without wasting much of our time, I think it could 0 to go now we can negative 1. So pali m take negative 1. So it's like m is equal to negative 1. So if m is equal to negative 1, tibange f of negative 1 there. So f of negative 1, function of negative 1 is equal to 2. Open a bracket, you have negative 1 cube and the minus 5 here, here we're going to put negative 1 square, then minus 4, there negative 1 plus 3 is equal to 0. Mind you, so I guess is equal to 0. If function if you go to negative 1, turning negative 0. So here, let's prove with is equal to 0. Here we have negative 1 cube, that's negative 1, times 2, that's a negative 2. And then in negative 1 square, that's positive 1, times 5 here, that's a negative 5. And the negative 1 times negative 4, you get a positive 4. And here we have plus 3. So if you add these negative 2 and the negative 5, that's negative 7. Negative 7, the positive 4, that's negative 3. Negative 3 plus 3, that will be 0. So f of negative 1, that is equal to 0 here. They go to m minus 1, you can apply. So what you need to do, our factor, when m is equal to negative 1, then what about 0? So our factor of that polynomial equal m plus 1 is equal to 0. I have just taken this one, copy it at the other side. Then this is our factor. So what we need to do, we're going to use the long division method. So we have a long division method here. We have our divisor, which is m plus 1, and here our polynomial, that's 2m cube. We have 2m cube, and then minus 5m squared, then minus 4m, then plus 3. So shimeti bange many mabangira muja in the previous example adawawa ndamina zikalowa in the main polynomial, whereas this guy is a grandchild kamaza timeosa. So here tiambebo m into 2m cube, you have 2m square, and then 2m square times m, you get about 2m cube. Ready? And then here we have 2m square times positive 1, you get about positive 2m square. Then you have to subtract this. So if you subtract 2m cube and 2m cube, that will be 0. And there, if you subtract there, we're going to have the minus 5, the minus plus 2, minus plus 2 here. So that will be minus 5 minus 2, which is negative 7m, negative 7m squared. And then we're going to drop down negative 4m. So tikasisa bene bobo tikabange so m agalowe apa. So agalo amini bobo, that will be negative 7m, negative 7m. So negative 7m times m, you get about negative 7m square. And Gina, what we need to do, we're going to multiply negative 7m times positive 1, which is negative 7m, negative 7m. And should we add or subtract? You have to subtract. Minus 7 minus 7 is positive, so it will be minus 7 plus 7, which is equal to 0. So this part here we have 0, and this one we have minus 4 minus 7 minus 7, they would have a minus 4, negative and negative, you get about a positive 7. So if you add these, answer you get about positive 3. So you have a positive 3m, positive 3m, and the next thing you're going to drop down our 3 or positive 3 cap. So jumedi bange m akaloba 3m, they would get positive 3, positive 3, and 3 times m here, you get about 3m. Then positive 3 times positive 1 here, you get about positive 3. And the next thing we need to do, we're going to subtract this into this going to subtract. So if you subtract here 3m minus 3m, answer will be 0. The same applies if positive 3 minus positive 3, that will be 0. So the whole of this, the answer is 0. Don't forget our quotient there, that's 2m squared, then minus 7m, then plus 3. So here taipanga reduce tikapanga is equal to 0, and the next thing we need to do, we're going to solve that one by factorization. Tikaita masamini kati patsa positive 6 m square. So factors of positive 6 we can give us 7, the negative 1 and the negative 6. So instead of writing negative 7 now, take a factors I fail. So you got 2m, you have 2m square minus m minus 6m plus 3 is equal to 0. And himedipanga chinava ndikupanga group matems ife tiyapanga group like this. Tikapanga group, we should find the common factor in each bracket. So first factor first bracket, that's m, and the m into 2m, answer and the 2m, m into 2m square, that's 2m, then minus m into m into m, that's 1 here. We have negative sign, our negative sign here, this one, it's this one here. And common factor, that's a 3 into 6m, it's and 2m, then negative and the positive 3m, that's will be negative 1 here is equal to 0. So we can see what this bracket is the same as that bracket. We are going to pick one bracket there, so it will be 2m minus 1, and the other bracket you get a factors which is m and the negative 3. So we have m and the negative 3 there is equal to 0. So what it means here is that either 2m minus 1 is equal to 0 or m minus 3 is equal to 0. So here to solve m is equal to, we are going to the other side positive, then to find m we're going to divide both sides by 2. So what we need to do, 2 cancel, remaining with the m is equal to positive half, or this guy take and the m is equal to positive 3. So koyambirira kuja nabeza kuti m anali factor yakagoti is negative 1, and the other values of m these are the values of m. So m is equal to negative 1, or m is equal to positive half, or m is equal to positive 3. So our answer there, this means those are our answers. To solve. Let's see in the second part of polynomial. This is the end of the first part of polynomials.